name is Non. So basically, I'm going to be talking about today's games in the Europa League. You know how Europa League is. It's like it's now an avenue to go into the Champions League. So everybody has to say something or do something to be in the Champions League. E.g., Manchester United, who are struggling in the EPL. Ajax are second in their own league, so they can still find a way. Schalke needs to actually find a way into the Champions League. Who again, Genk is not really playing very well. Anderlecht have a chance to actually go with even without winning the Europa. Celta Vigo need to actually win the Europa. These are part of the teams that actually need. Lyon too needs to win the Europa. Besiktas have been on fire in the Turkish league, so I don't think they need the Europa to go to the Champions League. So let's talk about the games today. Okay, well, first of all, let me just skip from today to talk about yesterday's games and Tuesday's games in the Champions League. Leicester, fairy tale over Atletico Madrid, drawing 1-1 at the Leicester Stadium. And it was a fantastic game, basically. Atletico doing what Atletico knows how to do best: hold your defense and actually make you try and sneak in. And they actually did well, Leicester, for getting a goal, but Atletico had already killed the game in the first half. The other game played yesterday, Madrid-Bayern. Bayern wanted to do a reverse of what happened at the Munich Stadium and the Bayern Arena last week, going 2-1, and the game going into extra time. But Vidal had a red card in the second half, towards the end of the game, and that killed any kind of aim for even a penalty shootout for Bayern, as Madrid took advantage and defeated them there. I think the game ended 4-2, which was 6-3 on aggregate. And in the other game yesterday, between Juventus and Barcelona and Juventus at the Camp Nou, was a very fantastic game for Juve. Juve doing everybody thought it was going to be another Barcelona PSG after Barcelona came from 4 goals down in the first leg to defeat PSG 6-1 to advance 6-5 on aggregate. But this was a different team. This was not a PSG. This was a Juventus team that had only conceded 2 goals going into yesterday's game, and they showed that their defense with Chiellini and Bonucci as a very, very, very strong hold in that defense, and they even added Barzagli towards in the second half to actually hold at their defense as the game ended goalless. And the other game between Monaco and Dortmund, Monaco showing that they did not come to the Champions League to count numbers or count flies or count the air, as they defeated Dortmund 2-1 after beating them 3-2 in the first leg. So we already have our semi-finalists for the Champions League. That is Monaco, Juventus, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid. 2 Spanish teams in the semi-finals. One German, one Italian, and 1 French. Now let's talk about the Europa League that's happening today. We have a big game at Old Trafford for Jose Mourinho, as Manchester United need to win this game against Anderlecht. First leg ended 1-1. They need to win this game. It's a very big game for Jose Mourinho. Mourinho has already spoken about the essence of winning the Europa League, because they believe that there might not be a chance to qualify for the Champions League from the EPL. And in the other game, we all know that, if I even go to the other game, we all know that Man U need to win this game, because anything other than a win will be a disaster for them. Lyon versus Besiktas is another big game. We know what happened in the first leg. Lyon, 2 quick goals after losing 1-0, after being led, Besiktas leading them 1-0. 2 quick goals for Lyon, and they came to beat Besiktas 2-1. But that away goal for Besiktas might be a crucial stake in this second leg. And another game, Genk versus Celta Vigo. We know that Genk need to win this game because they are not really doing well in the Belgian league. And Celta Vigo too have shown that they might not be formidable at home, but they have a very fantastic Europa Cup away record. We know what they did to Shakhtar Donetsk in the other round, in the round of 16. We did do the same thing to Genk. And another game there is between Schalke and Ajax. Ajax winning 2-0 in the first leg. Can they hold that 2-0 lead? But we know these Germans, they can be very funny. But I think the Dutch team have a very young team that can actually hold their own against Schalke. Which other game is going on? We still have some big games. To me, I don't know what you people think. I think it's going to be a fantastic Europa Cup night, because we all know that the semi-finals draws comes up tomorrow, and some people would like to be in the pot, like Manchester United. I think the match against Chelsea this weekend has actually probably would have boosted their confidence going into this game, and I don't think they'll have any excuses if they don't beat Anderlecht in this game. They need to beat Anderlecht to show that they are not a Manchester United that will just lie down and allow a team, but they are a United team that can build from a victory to show. United have the best defensive record in one of the best defensive records, in the Europa League, and they have a very fantastic record even in the EPL. They have not lost a game in the last. I think that the last time they lost is 15 matches ago, and that's a good record. But they haven't won as much as you think. They have draws around that 15 matches, and they don't need another draw today. They need a comprehensive win against Anderlecht. It's going to be fantastic. I need you guys to come on my side. We're going to be talking before. This side is not basically about football. We're going to be discussing football, and very soon, for people living in Abuja, we're going to be having a fan zone thing. We're going to be coming to you wherever you are very soon. It's in the pipeline. Talking to fans, discussing about EPL games. We need the fans to show their support for this show that will be kicking off very soon. So you guys can come on my link soon and enjoy what we talk about football. Your host, my name is Nonso. Sorry, in case you I didn't introduce myself earlier. My name is Nonso, and I'm going to be talking football. It's going to be football. I hope you have a lovely day.